What is up, you guys? And welcome back to Sport Champs, episode 16?
Something around there.
Something like that.
I missed one, so I'm
Street Champs exclusive sports podcast. Got my man Dave.
In the cut, you already
in
know.
the cut right here in front of me. Got my man Winston, not here. Okay?
Yep.
Got my man Deryk eating fajita potatoes.
Chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
Y papas.
Yeah. Pollo y papas. I like it. All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, Dave.
Yes, sir.
This guy just misses whenever the frick he wants.
I mean, in the spirit of Sport Champs, I had to attend a Kansas City Chiefs football game in Arrowhead in Kansas City. And in doing so, I forced myself to, if I wanted to make up my 40 hour, my 40 hours of work, I had to get back on Thursday and then work get back Wednesday and then work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was able to make the Street Champ show because that was after work, but the Sport Champ show, not so much.
You missed it. It's okay, though, dude.
It's tough, but we had our boy Jake in here. That's long time coming.
Yeah,
so
dude.
There's no sweat off mine.
Yeah, you did great. We missed you, though. We missed you and your Kansas City-ass energy.
Bruh,
all right?
I didn't even really talk about that too much except for on the Street Champs.
You want to air it out right now?
There's not too much that I didn't say on that I really want to say, but like a couple of pointers. So I've been to 2 Empower Field, so that's the Broncos Stadium. I've been to 2 games there, both Broncos-Chiefs games, and then shout out the homie Jaden. Your parents and everybody hooked it up. We had those club level seats. That was fire. But that being said, the environment was so much crazier. Like, it was such an energy. It was like a concert, bro. Like, people in the parking lot when we were getting in were just all like wound up, ready to go. Like, it was the energy at Arrowhead I would compare to like a college environment, but bigger. Like, it was so loud. Like, deafeningly loud. Fucking by the time it was done, it took me probably like 4 days post game to get my voice all the way back just from yelling. Like,
I heard it when you got back, man.
Dude, it was such a good time. It was such an adrenaline rush being there that like when we got that last, because like the game was won basically on the last play of the game. It was we forced them to like 4th and 3 or 4th and 1 or some shit, and they had to go for it.
You were probably buzzing through that whole thing.
So the entire time I was attending, this guy who was sitting 1 seat in front of me and then to the right, he was a season ticket holder, so he was just like tried and true. And I was with my cousin, tried and true, like born and raised like Kansas City Chiefs fans. My cousin lived in Kansas City for many years, so a lot of family roots. But nah. That dude had the same energy as me. Like every first down we got, we were yelling like first down, like every fucking third down, because like that Empower Field, like you have the like incomplete. Yep. Everyone says it. So in Arrowhead, we don't have that. Instead, we have it's third down, which a lot of other places have that. We're not unique for having that, but that shit's fun. The moments when we get like a defensive stop, for example, like the end, immediately after that, the fans, no hesitation, chop. Just,
doing the damn chop. That's tight.
As soon as we won the game, it's like, that was like the same energy from when I watched us win the Super Bowl, but instead it was like smaller scale victory, but larger scale personal event because I was there. Like as soon as we got that stop, I was like freaking out because what had happened was if I'm not mistaken, Freiermuth and Devontae Adams collided. They both had crossing routes, and Freiermuth was supposed to like
tripped over.
He was supposed to hesitate
shit.
so that Devontae could just lead. If I have to assume, and whatever miscommunication, we were fucking roaring. You know what I'm saying? They're calling their audibles, snap the ball, homies run into each other, ball goes into no man's land, no flag, and then immediately the whole arena erupted in the peak loudness of the whole game. And I remember when it happened, that dude immediately like looked back, gave everyone like fist bumps, and I was just screaming like, "We won the fucking football game! Yeah. We won the football game!" Like
all hype.
It was my goodness.
And this is one game that Dave is talking about. Raiders, Chiefs. Chiefs took the dub 30-29. This was Monday, October 10th.
Yes, so we've
at Arrowhead.
We've lost since this game took place to the Bills, which we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to the games. But that being said, just getting to see that live was insane. Like when I saw Mahomes the first time, he did the left-handed pass to Tyreek that was like when Von Miller was chasing his ass. That shit was huge. And then second time I saw him in Denver was the time he dislocated his kneecap, which was tough. But we still got the dub both times. Fucking, I've only witnessed them win every time I've been to a Chiefs game. So there will come a day that I witness a loss. But that being said, I just can't wait.
Dave's gonna all cry.
Dude,
He's gonna be all sad.
To speak of it, one thing that we had like a personal family issue because I was going with my cousin, and then he had an issue involving like his baby, where the baby got like hurt, and the baby's fine now. It's okay. Like had to get a cast on its leg.
Damn.
But that being said, he almost couldn't attend the game, so there was like a good 4-hour segment day of the game where I was under the impression that I was going to that game by myself.
That still would have been lit.
It would have been lit, but it would have been so lonely.
Hey, you're lonely.
Yeah, there was like all these like stars aligned for
Dave's
me.
They just kick in the field goal. Dave's all. Fucking nice, dude. Fucking right here.
I made friends with every single person sitting around.
That's cool.
Excuse me. There was like 2 Raiders fans like nearby. I talked about on the last pod. Like one dude, he like almost got like jumped by that season ticket holder because we were down 14-0, and that guy was talking shit, and it was just not the time.
You don't do that at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
All right, getting past all the crazy shit.
it.
How much were drinks though?
I honestly don't know because
How much was the pretzel?
hold on, I paid for parking, which this was bullshit in and of itself. So I paid for parking because I'm like, parking is going to be ass if we don't buy it ahead of time. Parking was like $50.
What the fuck?
$50, and then when you get there, they give you an assigned parking area. It says on the thing, but the area that it's assigned, there's no signage to find where the fuck that is. So when you pull into Arrowhead parking, bro, you just find a spot and commit. That's how it worked. We parked in a row that wasn't even a row, where like at least 13 plus cars had already just decided this is a row now. So we're there, and like I missed kickoff.
You guys just made a row.
We were a little late. I missed kickoff. Kind of
What
sad
the
about.
fuck?
Well, my cousin lives in St. Louis, so he was driving. He had a 4-hour drive to Arrowhead, and he had to pick my ass up in Columbia. So 2 hours
Cousin's
on the way.
fucking up. Cousin's fucked up.
It's cool though. He let me wear his.
Come
fucking,
on, cuz. What's good, dude?
On my Facebook, you can see it. I wore his signed Willie Rofe jersey. Willie Rofe used to be a blocker for one of the tackles when like Priest Holmes was the dude. So like that's sick. I got to wear that, but it looks like a fucking cape
You look
on
like
me.
a homeless
I look
person
like
in
a
that
hipster
shit.
in that fucking photo. Like wearing an extra large T-shirt, but nah. It's such a good environment. I can't wait to do it again. I'm doing this every fucking year. Like I'm doing it again.
Do it, dude. Do it. Let's go over the rest of these games
Yeah,
now.
let's
that
go
we're
over the
talking
modern
about it.
games. That's a week removed.
That's 1 week removed. Let's talk about these week 6 games.
Let's get it.
We had the Commanders taking out the Bears 12-7. We had the Jags losing to the Colts 34-27, close game. We had the Bengals beating out the Saints in a 30-26 close game win.
Shout out Joey B. Both of our
Shout
quarterbacks.
out Joey B. And when I say close game, I mean in the end the score is close.
Narrow.
Okay. just you know what I mean? There's so many nitpicky people out there that I need to say that for. The Falcons beating out the 49ers of a surprising win, 28-14.
Bro, I got Mariota since Wentz went down. Wentz was
Yeah.
my bye week quarterback. I was only going to use him 1 week when Burrow was gone.
Mariota
Wentz is down,
did
and
pretty
I looked
good.
over at Mariota, and he's averaging like not a lot, but he's averaging more than any other free agent quarterback in my league. So I'm like, I'll run with him for at least 1 week. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude. Fuck it and truck it, you know?
You're
We had the Vikings beating out the Dolphins 24-16. The Seahawks taking out the Cardinals 19-9. Bird game. The Eagles beating out the Cowboys 26-17. The Eagles, dude, you called it at the beginning of the year, man.
I
They
said
are
dark horse.
looking
They don't-
stacked.
They don't look like the dark horse no more. They look like the front runner.
Yeah, dog. Like, it's looking
They're
scary.
the only team in the NFC right now that I feel like, barring injury, is a shoo-in.
AJ Brown is looking good. Hurts is MVP candidate right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's, they're doing great. They're doing great. What else do I have to say? The Giants beat the Ravens
Bro,
24-20.
Saquon looks like he's...
That's what I'm saying,
He looks
ZZ.
back. Saquon looks like he's back.
Saquon, yeah.
Like, he's, I don't know, like, scary.
Yeah, ZZ's a Ravens fan. She's
Yeah.
pissed.
I feel bad in a way for Lamar because other than, like, a couple of costly, like, game mistakes, because he's had 3 games where his team was up by, like, 18 points this season and lost them. And, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to put a singular blame on anyone, but I just feel like Lamar's balling, and he's like some of those wins don't reflect on him.
I mean, he's doing great in fantasy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's doing great in fantasy value. Patriots beating out the Browns 38-15. I seen that coming.
I got Stevenson, the running back. He's been going the fuck off since he took over for Damian Harris, so I'm loving it.
Nice. That's what's up, dude. I mean, the Patriots just going through these running backs. The Buccaneers losing to the Steelers 20-18. Didn't expect that. That was one I didn't expect.
Kenny fucking Pickett, man. Who knows? Like he's any given Sunday when it comes to these guys. But that being said, the Bucs look like Brady especially looks down bad. Granted, he's got the most outside of football drama in his life I think he's ever experienced, adversity wise.
His wife's leaving him, so I don't.
Yeah, that's not.
Don't blame him for shit.
Exactly. So if he. It is what it is, bro. It's like, stay up, King.
Stay up, King.
You still the
Don't
GOAT.
let her take you down, bro.
You still beat my team in a Super Bowl, but you're the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, man, you the GOAT. The Jets destroying the Packers 27-10.
Dude, tell me why. Hold on, tell me why.
A 3-score game,
tell
a
me
3-score lead.
Both New York teams right now, the Jets and the Giants, have a combined record of like 9-3.
Wow.
The fuck? And then, like, think about this. Like, this year has gotten at such an unpredictable start. Like, a good example.
It's weird. It's a weird year.
A good example, like, okay, like we haven't gotten to the Broncos yet, but Russ is having a down year. Geno Smith is leading the league in completion percentage, and they're
What the fuck?
And the fucking Seahawks, who lost Russ, are right now currently tied for division lead. What?
Who expected that? Yeah, no one expected that.
We're a third of the way through the
bullshit.
season, and the Seahawks with
Who expected Jonathan Taylor to be doing terrible right now?
Dude.
Derrick Henry. He's hit or miss right now. Like, it's kind of weird to see.
I don't know if the statistic's still true, but as of last week, shout out Josh, he told me this statistic. He said that the leading fantasy running back this season at that point last week, the amount of accumulated points that they have up until week 5 or 6 or whatever is the lowest that a top-ranked fantasy running back has ever had in the history of fantasy.
Damn.
So that means if you got the best running back this
great.
year, he's having the worst best year ever in the history of the league.
God damn it.
It's a down year for running. It's legitimate.
Yeah.
Like, it's noticeable.
That's so crazy.
But get to the rest of these games. It was we talked about the Jets and the Giants because you just
Jets and Packers.
So the Jets spanked the Packers. Fucking
The Rams beat out the Panthers.
no surprise.
Yeah, no
Baker's
surprise
about
there.
to lose his starting job to Sam Darnold.
The Broncos
That was
losing to the Chargers. Another sad loss. I wish my Broncos brother was here with me to mourn the loss. Okay.
So here's my piece, and this
we're
isn't
not
even
looking good, man.
You're gonna be surprised, I think, with what I'm about to say. I wanted the Broncos to win that game because I think that the only threat in the AFC West right now to the Chiefs winning the AFC West outright is the Chargers. I think they will win enough games to be in that conversation. No offense, I don't think the Broncos or the Raiders will, barring injury. So that being said, I was rooting for the Chargers to get as many L's as possible. So I'm sitting there watching this game rooting for the Broncos.
It's so hard to root for him right now.
Hold on, Russ gives you 10 for 10 in the first quarter. This man,
right? We're looking good.
At the end of that first quarter, I'm like, oh no, Russ is back. Like this is why they paid this man. Russ is about to go the fuck off. Like this is all the seeds of a great Russ game. And that is all she wrote. That's quarter.
It.
He went for the rest of the game.
What the fuck happened?
He went like 5 for 13 on completions, and like it just I don't know what to do. I don't have like a finger to point or blame. The only thing I know for certain, and they talked about this on Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. He was saying that you guys fucked up by putting all your eggs in the we think we're going to go get Aaron Rodgers basket, because that's why you got Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett was the quarterback coach at fucking Green Bay. He wasn't the offensive coordinator. He wasn't necessarily a next head coach to be candidate, but Aaron Rodgers said how much he loved being around him. He made it a joy to be at practice all the time. So it seems like Nathaniel Hackett's job was to, like, as Shannon Sharp put it, was to make Aaron Rodgers laugh.
God damn it.
So now you have this dude who he probably wasn't.
What?
I don't know if he was. I can't say. I'm not the real true teller
It's a little
of this,
extreme, but
as it sits now, based on play calling, I think a lot of people agree that he's been very questionable, and it seems as if
terrible.
Was he good enough for the job? Because, like I said, if you guys don't think you're getting Aaron Rodgers,
I don't know.
do you go get the guy that Aaron Rodgers hyped up? Is he your real best candidate? That, I don't know. I'm completely speculating right now, but I don't know. Like, Russ had some moments where he like had his tight end sitting right in front of him. He just had to throw it to him, and then he's gonna get like he got Dulcich that fucking touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Throwing it to the tight end. I'm not saying you have to feed your tight ends, but there's moments where Russ, his eyes defeat him or something. Like Jerry Jeudy's a beast. That you have a lot of good receivers there, Cortland Sutton, that are all gonna get open. Your O line is questionable and you have a lot of injuries.
Russ isn't seeing any of these open receivers though, bro.
There's too many pictures as it stands of some dudes who are just wide open.
There's
so like
too many so far.
It just Russ looks bad.
He's looking bad.
And I don't want to I don't want to throw it in your face because I'm.
What is it? What do you elevation? What the fuck is going on with Russell Wilson?
I have no excuse. The only thing that I know that could be better is play calling, but like he's definitely playing through injuries, and you notice
the play calling is definitely like a fucking D-.
And then on top of that, like I agree that Melvin Gordon has been a super liability with fumbling, super liability.
And he was all talking. Did you see? He was like, "Oh, I want to go. I want to go another team." Like, bro, can you hold on to the ball?
So like I agree, but like. Between you have Boone, who's your backup because Murray, or you guys went and got Latavius Murray. And Latavius Murray is a decent backup. And when you get these fresh set of legs who are game backs, they typically will look like a fresh set of legs on the football field. So more power to him. I want him to do good. He's a little long in the tooth, but it's like
he doesn't have that elite running back in front of him.
I'm just like, if I'm the Broncos, it's like, do I risk Melvin Gordon fumble trouble with more certainty in his running ability, or do I get rid of the fumble trouble, assuming with Boone and fucking Latavius Murray, and you can give them more looks? It's hard to know.
Williams going down hurt us bad.
It hurt you big because he was like your guys' RPO threat just went from like a let's say a 4 out of 6 to like a 2 out of 6 type vibes.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It was bad. It was bad.
You always have to put a linebacker on him for the threat that he's getting, unless he lines up wide. If he lines up wide, then that's a different story. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel bad because I as a Chiefs fan,
you, dude.
Well, no, I mean, I as a Chiefs fan experienced such mediocrity my whole life. We always had to fire a couple of players on the team on either side of the field, but we could never put it together. And so, like, it all came back to
Chiefs lanyard.
It came back. Yeah, I got that at the stadium. It came back to quarterback woes. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm enthusiastic that my division rivals are like struggling because they're the division rivals, but like. As a sports fan, I just empathize really hard with fans who are going through it, and you deservingly so. The Broncos have an expectation of greatness because that's what they've done.
Yeah, and we've been
greater
in the
expectation than the Chiefs to be 100. The Chiefs just got good like 10 years ago. We've been in the dark years, and we've been in the years of no offense for so long that we thought with getting Russell Wilson, that shit was at least going to change a little bit, and it hasn't at all. Dude. I mean, Winston. I don't want to put words in Winston.
Drew Lock did better. He was doing better at this point.
I don't want to put words in Winston's mouth, so like I can have him like speak to this if he cares to. But he said, in the immediate reaction to the Broncos losing to the Chargers in overtime, his exact reaction was, I had more fun last year with Teddy Bridgewater watching on Sundays.
Same.
So, I don't want to put words in his mouth, and I don't know if he still feels that way or if that was just a hasty, heat-of-the-moment comment where he was just really upset. So, like,
Teddy was doing better with us. He's
not asking you to go get Bridgewater back by any means. But that being said, it's
Russell should be better.
Yeah, okay, like simply put, Geno Smith should not outplay this man.
No! Simply put, and that's what we should end it on.
Yeah.
Bills Chiefs.
Okay, that game was great.
Fuck off, dude. Okay?
That game was great. We lost.
No, you can't just go from trashing us to
we both lost. I can talk about us losing enthusiastically.
Well, say that you guys suck for a sec.
Okay, but let's start it out with...
He's not going to say it.
My Super Bowl pick for the year was for the AFC was the Bills, and I don't wish that over the Chiefs, but like we got to see toe to toe the best two quarterbacks duke it out in the league, and it was fun.
It was crazy.
And bro, we lost by one possession, and I'm just gonna call it like I see it. We played Josh Allen with 3 rookie corners. 3. And two of them, the one down the sideline, or two of those sideline touchdowns, were both against Jalen Watson, who's like our 7th round draft pick from Division II. And I'm not trying to belittle him and say that like, oh, he deserves to get beat. No, hell no. He's a beast. He got the pick 6 against Herbert when we won against the Chargers. But regardless, fucking, you're meaning to tell me that Josh Allen only put up 24 against 3 rookie corners?
But why? Whose fault is that?
We have injuries.
Okay, I was gonna ask who's hurt. Like, why?
Fenton's hurt and Duffy's hurt. Both. I don't know what Fenton's going with. It's like a quad thing. And Duffy got put on IR after week 1, and he doesn't come back till I think week 7. So next week.
See, now how much better are those men compared to your rookies?
Irrefutably better.
Irrefutable?
They're the starters.
I know they're no shit. They're the starters.
There's an entire training.
Saying,
I guarantee if we had Trent McDuffie, because Trent McDuffie was the one who was really down, our 1st round draft pick. If we had him just alone against the Raiders that we beat by 1 point, we win that game by 10 easy, because the big breakaway plays were one-on-ones with Devontae Adams like lined up against one of the rookies. Now, granted, Trent is a rookie himself, but there's a difference between a D1 Division 1 draft pick and a D2 division or a D2 7th round draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
I know. All I want. I just brought that up because don't reside on the rookie cornerback thing, because we had a Surtain that did great in his rookie season.
Surtain's
you know what I mean?
Beast.
Yeah, I mean it's different. Yeah, I mean we're talking about different animals if you really, but still, you know.
But do you like? The thing, if you look at it, your team, like we got
Josh Allen. Do not discredit Josh Allen.
I'm not discrediting him. He outplayed us.
No,
but I'm saying he only put
I
up.
sound like a fucking like I'm from Buffalo or something.
The man only put up 24 points when 75%.
I honestly expected a higher. Yeah.
75% of our corners, our starting corners, were out. You know what I'm saying? So like that is results I can look in the mirror and accept and live with, and I can accept losing to a good team, especially right now. Because as it sits now, Josh Allen hasn't beat us in the postseason, so like it sucks now. Last season they beat us in the regular season, but it was a great game. We didn't look like we didn't belong. It was a fucking back and forth battle. Mahomes threw some picks that really hurt.
Yeah.
But we live with those results. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider that like a heartache. I just consider that like we got beat. Like,
yeah.
And
I wanted to flip and throw it and be like, well, why didn't you guys fucking score more points? Well, you're facing the best defense.
Their defense is good.
Like, best defense in the fucking, So.
And our run game was abysmal. We ran the ball, I think, 18 times. We threw the ball, I believe, like 40. So, like, when you don't establish the run, which we clearly didn't whole game, you're one-dimensional. Your safety, the safeties in the corner.
was having a hard time.
It sucks. And then, Jerick McKinnon looks like our best running back on those games, because it's like he's patient. Like Isaiah Pacheco, his biggest gripe is he'll headbutt the tackle because he embraces contact. He's weird. He did get a good broken tackle in that game. That was cool to see, I guess, but whatever. Allaire is short, so his vision is impaired a little bit sometimes. And then McKinnon, he's patient, so I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I like it, and I think we should go over these next games for Week 7. Week 7 tomorrow. As we're filming this is actually being filmed on Wednesday because we have a busy week. The Thursday game, Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. Saints versus Cardinals. Who you think? I gotta ask for Thursday. Who you taking for that one? Just for Thursday.
Cards look fucking lost, so I'm gonna go Saints. But the thing that sucks is
Cards do look lost.
I used Cincy's defense this last week in fantasy because it's like I had a notification that said that they were gonna put in Andy Dalton for the Saints because Jameis Winston was getting benched. So I'm like, oh, they're putting in a backup. I'm gonna put.
And then Andy Dalton went off.
I'm gonna play the defense that plays the backup. So Andy Dalton and fucking Taysom Hill went the fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? And like I had
Andy Dalton out of nowhere.
I have the Bills defense, and I don't like playing against my team in fantasy. I avoid it. Like,
I
even
avoid
if it's
it too.
Unless like I played Devontae when he played the Chiefs because I have to. I'm trying to win. But regardless, I didn't want to play the Bills defense against the Chiefs because I'm like, Chiefs going to score. Defense is going to lose points from that. And I don't want to bank on the defense taking advantage of mistakes from my offense. So that being said, I didn't play them. Fucking they did better.
You were like, what the fuck?
I should have played them.
Did you? Okay, well, all that being said, did you win or lose?
I won.
Nice.
4-2, baby.
That's what I'm... Hey, 4-2 club right here, dude.
Yeah.
Right here, dude. In 2 of my leagues, I'm 4-2. And that remember that good team that I had on that one league? 0-6. But I had to play myself last week, so that kind of sucked.
Nah.
I was like, well...
This is conflict.
I was like, whoever's gonna fucking do it, and then that 0-6 team literally dropped like no points.
Well,
they're just not doing good. D. Henry's not doing good. Like, they're just all shitting the bed all consecutively at the same time. And it was a good team. It's a good team. It's crazy. But let's keep going over these games. Saints, Cardinals, Thursday. Buccaneers, Panthers. Lions, Cowboys. Packers, Commanders. Texans, Raiders. Chiefs, 49ers. Steelers, Dolphins. Yeah, what do you think? 49ers? I mean, the 49ers just took a big L against the Falcons. So
we should beat them.
Yeah.
Especially considering the Broncos beat them. Mm-hmm. But
all these games are happening Sunday that I'm naming. Sorry.
The Chiefs could lose that game because we're weird when it comes to playing some like unformulaic teams, especially like teams that are run heavy because of let's face it, the 49ers are run heavy. Mm-hmm. We'll see. I have to assume the Chiefs should be good favorites for that. I think they're playing in Levi Stadium. I want to say because I think it's an away game for the Chiefs. I think it's at Niners. So we'll see. I'm confident that we'll win that game, but I wouldn't put it past the Chiefs to like blow a fucking 14-point lead type shit. Take our foot off the gas pedal. We'll see.
What about Steelers Dolphins? Who you got in that?
I
think Tua's back.
If Tua's back, I would favor the Dolphins, but until further notice, I don't even know. It's when it's backup versus backup. I learned the hard way that if you bank on the backup shit in the bed, Andy Dalton and company will go the fuck off.
And the Dolphins wide receivers have been really taking a hit without Tua.
Yeah, the thing that
Waddle's not doing it right now.
I think Waddle got hurt. I don't know if he's out.
Hurt
I don't know if he's out, but
I'm gonna have to look into it again.
I want to say he was like questionable type shit.
I think he did get hurt last game.
And then Tyreek, like, I love Tyreek, man. I'm so happy that when I see that he's like making good games, he's going off, like he's proven to everybody that he's also like he's that dude. He wasn't just a product of the Andy Reid system. I'll forever wish him to do good, except when he plays us. So that being said, it's really like I played against him on fantasy, which fucking sucked. He dropped almost like 30 points, but I still won. So life's good. Life's good.
Dubs.
Yurt.
Speaking of dubs, Ravens versus Browns.
The Ravens have no excuse to lose that game.
Yeah, they have no excuse at all. Falcons Bengals.
That could be a game.
A good game.
That could
I was about to say that's like the sneakiest good game that we've probably read off.
Like I said, like Mariota's playing silently decent. Joey B is playing just barely above what we know he's capable of.
Yeah, barely.
Like
just
barely.
One notch.
So like I don't know. And like to be 100, like every week I stare at Joey B and I'm like,
you better do good, bitch.
Do I play you, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, are you gonna get 4 fucking picks? Like against the Steelers? Like
all random, huh?
I don't even know what's going on. I feel like this is kind of a down fantasy year, like top to bottom.
It's a weird year, like, for sure.
If you think about all the draft picks who went in the average first 10 picks in PPR leagues, the only dude who I would say who was probably in those top 10 who's playing at top 10 level with points he's earned, low key might be Cooper Kupp. He might be the only dude who was drafted like top 5 who is putting up top 5 numbers.
Yeah,
because I bet you if we looked at the top 10, it's gonna be weird.
It's a weird top 10 right now. I bet.
Other than like fucking Josh Allen leading in passing, that's not a surprise.
I can look it up. But
regardless,
let's go over the rest of these.
Who do the Broncos play? Are they on a bye week?
Giants, Jaguars.
Jags. That's gonna be a game.
That's a game. Colts, Titans. Defensive game.
I don't know.
Not really the Titans anymore. Actually, never mind.
I don't know how I feel about Matt Ryan. Matty Ice hasn't won me over in Indy yet. But that being said, one of my best friends, Rubio. Shout out Rubio. He's a big Indy fan. So I always root for the Colts again, except when they play us. So, like, I just want to see them do good. So we'll see. They beat us, which sucks, but that's a sneaky game right there.
It's a sneaky game right there.
I need Derrick Henry to go off.
We play the Jets.
Yeah,
I know.
Y'all are either going to win
Breece Hall going off, and goddamn, dude.
Y'all are either going to...
We better win, dude.
You're either going to hold that offense to, like, less than 200 overall all-purpose yards, or y'all are going to get beat by, like, 13 or more.
Chill out.
Hey, like, I gave you guys defense top 5 credit. I said you might hold them under 200 all-purpose yards.
All right, now I'm looking at these PPR wide receiver rankings.
Cooper has to be
talking about
or up there.
And honestly, I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, looking at it, the top 10, I can kind of see all of these top 10s, maybe a few not
It's like
being
Cooper
in these
Kupp,
top 10s.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
No. So we
Tyreek
have
Hill, Jalen Waddle.
first place, Tyreek Hill, week 7.
Not surprised.
Week 7, second place, Jamar Chase.
Not surprised.
Third, Devontae Adams.
Not surprised.
CD Lamb, number 4.
I should have thought of that. Didn't think of him because he's getting a lot of attention. He's getting targets.
right now,
That boy
yeah.
getting targets.
Especially with Dak back, too. Debo Samuel,
Not
number 5.
surprised.
Amon Ra, St. Brown, number 6.
Ooh.
That's a surpriser in there. That was the kind of like, hey.
I'm not that he's surprised that he's top 10, but I'm surprised that he's above who the next names you're about to say.
DK Metcalf.
That is the only reason that's a surprise to me is because
of Geno.
I had no faith in that offense getting yards.
And Geno Smith's putting yards, boy. Michael Pittman Jr., number 8.
Michael Pittman Jr. plays
Indy.
for the Indy. Yeah,
Yep.
he's their best wide. That
He is
makes
their best
that
wide.
makes total sense.
This one is a little surprising. Well, yeah, it's a little surprising for me. T. Higgins.
Not at all. That's Joe Burrow.
I mean, for me, it's surprising because the two wides in the
One
top
team.
10.
No,
one
the,
team.
The best wide
It's
receiver
impressive.
room on one team is undeniably
For this week.
The
Of
fucking
course,
Bengals.
this is this week. Jalen Waddle, number 10.
Yeah, I knew. Okay, so none of those are the only shocker of that list to me. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I'm not shocked that he's on it. Just his placement on it. If he would have been
Number
10, I would have
6.
been a little bit like, wow. And then Cooper Kupp's not on that list.
Cooper Kupp did not make the list. And let me continue it for you. Cortland Sutton, number 11. Mike Williams,
Bronco gang, Charger gang.
Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris
Keenan Allen is
Godwin.
on that bitch, and he's missed time.
Right?
Think about that. This man has
Right?
missed a couple
He's
weeks,
good,
and he's
dude.
top 15.
Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, DeAndre Hop. He's not even, dude. He didn't make top 20. Why is he not in the
you
top
said
20?
DeAndre
What
Hopkins.
happened?
That doesn't sound
Where's
right
Cooper
because
Kupp?
DeAndre Hopkins hasn't played yet.
He's back. He's back from suspension.
This week, I think, is his first
week 7. Yep.
Damn.
Why is Cooper Kupp not on this list? Is he hurt or something?
I don't think so.
I don't see him.
Regardless.
He should be up there. Let's look at these quarterbacks, though. These PPR ranking quarterbacks.
Josh Allen has to be one. He's leading for yards at least.
He has to be number 1 if he's not number 1.
Mahomes, I think, is like 4th.
This is for this week. Remember, this week. I don't know if they're cutting off or what. Lamar Jackson's number 1. Justin Herbert, number 2. Patty Mahomes, number 3. Joe Burrow, Dak, Geno, Kyler, Tom Brady. We're missing somebody, right?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, why isn't he
These
up
lists
here?
sound wrong.
This is on ESPN's Fantasy Football.
That might
Week
be
7
who they anticipate. The
rankings.
guys you should put
Or maybe
in.
they're in buys. Bye weeks? We didn't look up bye weeks.
I don't.
Wait, no, we just read off the games.
Regardless,
I don't. Who's the Buffs playing? I don't see the Buffs.
they might be on.
They might be on a bye. I think it's the bye week is what it is.
Yeah, it is because I have Dawson
Yep.
Knox and he's on a bye, and I had to
Yep.
put in Evan Ingram
Okay, so let's read over this one more time. Lamar Jackson, number 1, and then we're going down.
against the Browns.
Justin Herbert,
I don't know who they play.
Seahawks.
Oh, yep.
Patty Mahomes, number 3.
Niners. We play.
Joe Burrow, number 4. Dak Prescott, number 5. Geno Smith, number 6.
Alrighty.
What a guy, huh? What a guy. Kyler Murray, number 7. Tom Brady, number 8. Tua Tagovailoa, number 9. Derek Carr, number 10. Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, and then the list.
All right.
Yeah, man. Looking at that, it's kind of a weird year. Tom Brady sitting at 8.
He's having a shit year so
Shit
far.
year. Aaron Rodgers at 11. What the fuck? Russell Wilson at 14. The fuck? You'd think Jared Goff would be doing better than 17.
Something that I just remembered, kind of hypothetical football news. So this morning, the news came that Travis Kelce, they restructured part of his contract, and they created like almost $4 million in cap space, and they converted that a portion of his contract to like an incentive or a signing bonus, so that re-ups the cap space and he doesn't lose a dollar. And the reason that is considerably important is because as of right now, the OBJ trade rumors are starting to hit, and so why else would a team try to make some cap room in the middle of the season like right now? It's possible we're going after someone completely different, but you couldn't tell me. And they asked Kelsey his opinion in an interview. They're like, "Hey, do you think they restructured your contract so that you could get Odell Beckham?" And he's like, "I mean, that's not why we did it, but that's not why we did it." You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't. He's like, I can't confirm or deny that has anything to do with it. So, how fucking crazy would that be?
It'd be insane.
OBJ to the Chiefs.
I don't want nothing to do with that.
Post surgery recovery bullshit, but regardless.
No, I don't want nothing to do with that, sir.
I want everything.
I have to play against that bullshit.
I want that smoke, bro.
You know what? I think it's time, dude.
Now it's time to talk MMA.
Oh yeah.
Right at the top, we want to shout out our homeboy.
5-1.
Motherfucking sport champ.
5-1.
5-1 Jacoby Jones.
Big toe
MMA, getting the goddamn choke strangler hold, boy. Got the rear naked out the back. Got the fucking sleeper deeper, dude.
Our boy fucking big brothered homie, all right? He said, all right.
And it was a little shaky at the first, a little shaky. But that's what a fight is about. I told him, yo, you have to get experience, man. That's a point.
And that's what he.
Point.
That's a point that he made on our pod. He talked. Jacoby, shout out Jacoby, saying it's like, I don't want to leapfrog too fast. I'm trying to get all this experience. So like, he knows where. He's like learning. He has such a good work ethic and such a good head on his shoulders for this shit. And he's so prepared that like, sky's the limit. I can't wait. I'm gonna be cheering you on every step of the way. Can't fucking wait for your next bout. Who knows? Maybe if we're lucky, we can get like a fight announcement in this bitch. It's gonna be some time. But
it was gonna be all dubs for the boys at Factory X. It was gonna be all dubs. We had Jacoby getting the rear naked choke finish. Brandon Royval's fucking fight got canceled.
Oh,
right before the fucking fight, so he didn't get to fight. And then we had Jonathan Martinez taking out Cub Swanson via fucking leg kicks.
Nasty.
Nice, dude.
I felt bad.
Way to do it with style.
I felt bad for Cub.
Yeah, me too, dude. It looked like it hurt, man. Fuck all of those. But we did wanted to say at the top, shout out to Jacoby, man.
Yeah, go check the interview. You already know.
Go check out that interview that we just dropped, man. Go check it out, man. Do you have any fight news, dude? I think let's just jump into the card, man. Let's jump into UFC 280. We don't got Winston here. You know what I mean? It's a Wednesday night. Your boy tired. Let's just fucking jump into this card right away and talk about the card like crazy. Or unless you, what you got?
We can talk about that card that just happened. There wasn't a lot.
Oh, yeah. We have to go over that. Yep.
Wasn't a lot to talk about, in my opinion.
Let's go over that first.
But Alexa Grasso, she got the dub. She got, like, that was the main event. Her win was definitely, like, it was definitely all her. Like, no one denied she won that fight, but the fashion in which she won, that was supposed to be a title eliminator fight, where if she won in good fashion, her next fight was for the belt.
Yep.
She didn't win in the most impressive fashion. So
she dominated, but
now, from what as it stands, you have to assume the UFC's next bout for her is gonna be like a guaranteed title eliminator, because like winning solves everything, and you can't deny this girl on a win streak. And let's face it, they need girls for these bouts. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But one thing I did want to talk about from that bout,
especially for flyweight,
trying to find it. What was his name?
Hold on, let's go from top to bottom though, or
Okay.
bottom to top. I mean, even though we already hit Alexa Grasso, we had Mike Jackson getting knocked out.
That's exactly
what did I tell everybody?
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
What did I tell
Bro,
you guys last week? What did I say?
He had broken. I wasn't here, but he had broken teeth.
Yeah,
that was
Guys,
devastating.
What did I say last week? I said Mike Jackson is going to get finished.
Dana doesn't like him. Dana only signed him to fight CM Punk once, and then he talked a bunch of shit about the organization.
Why is he in the UFC? I forgot who he is. Like what?
He fought CM Punk.
No, but why? Who is this guy?
Jackson?
Yeah, like why did he fight CM Punk?
Because they gave him like a 3-bout contract to attract him. They gave him the fight. They really wanted CM Punk to steamroll him because they thought he would be an easy win. He turns around and beats CM Punk. They're like, fuck, what do we do? Let's feed him to Mickey Gall, the guy. Because if CM Punk would have won, CM Punk's next fight would have been Mickey Gall. So since he couldn't get Mickey Gall because whatever, they're like, I guess we'll give him this Jackson dude. Because Mickey Gall looks like he could be a marketable product. Mickey Gall steamrolls him. Wasn't even close. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was the last, if I had to assume, the last bout on his contract. And all the UFC wanted to do was just fulfill that bullshit. Get him out the door.
This is a Mike Jackson 1, 2, and 1 no contest.
bro.
God damn it.
It was
bad. It was bad.
That was
I mean, they
devastating.
fed him to a fucking wolf. They didn't have to do that. Like, that was fucked up. Yo, Pete fucked that guy up.
I didn't even watch the fight because I forgot the fights were happening. I got the notification of the knockout, and when I went and I watched the replay. I was just like, God damn, that didn't even. He did not belong in there with him. Like that. Like there's one. It's one thing when you have a game fight and a flash knockout happens. This was an ass whooping. Like he just backed him
Beat
up
his
and just was
fucking
just
ass.
like, and you heard it, bro.
It was 1 minute and 33 seconds.
It was so loud. The punch impact was just like.
I felt bad for Mike Jackson.
I mean, I did too because it's an embarrassing knockout loss, and he, like I said, they said he had like broken teeth and shit. But I mean, you signed up for it, big dog. Like
Right after that, we had Tatsuro Taira choking out, or not even choking out, submitting CJ Vergara. I'm pretty sure it was an arm bar.
Yep.
Round 2, 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
This dude's 12-0 now.
12-0. What the fuck did I tell you guys about taking the flyweight under 2.5s? Flyweight under 2.5s don't fucking miss, dude. They do not miss, okay? So, motherfucker, bet that shit.
Also,
God, man. I've said it so many times on the show.
Tatsuro is not only 12-0. This man has only been able to legally purchase alcohol for 1 year of his life. This man is 22 years old.
It's so crazy.
There's so much crazy talent. Like we've talked about the first true hybrid, which they called the hybrid, was Rory McDonald. The dude who, when he decided he wanted to do MMA, his head placement was, I want to do MMA. I will train MMA. And we got to see what it looked like when a homie he didn't start on one discipline and then transition to MMA. He trained the whole spectrum to where was he a super expert at any category? No, but he was pretty fucking good at everything. He was a great striker. He was a great grappler. He wasn't like goated at any of those talents, but point being, this is another example of this new batch of MMA fighters who decided from day one, I'm training MMA. You know what I'm saying? And you know the crazy part about that is you're not training, or you're not establishing an inherent weakness. So these phenoms that we're seeing, like Sean O'Malley, this fucking guy, you know what I'm saying? All these youngins, this is the future of MMA. Like, it's not even close.
Facts, dude. And they're all going to be good. And it's all accustomed to Dana White Contender Series. Dana White Contender Series is kind of fueling all of this.
It's platforming these next
platforming.
generation.
Good word. Right after that last fight, we had women's strawweight battle. Piera Rodriguez taking on Sam Hughes. Piera remaining undefeated, man. Will you continue reading off of these finishes? I got my mom calling me a few different times, so hold on.
Sounds good.
It's all good.
Let me scroll. Dun, 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 dun. So, yeah, Piera Rodriguez, she improves to 9-0. She beat Sam Hughes. That was a 3-round decision. It went through to its entirety. One thing that I'll have Rick elaborate on is one thing that I thought was interesting watching her. She looks both physically and fight figure-wise pretty similar to Amanda Nunes. And now when I say Amanda Nunes, I'm not trying to say she's straight like GOAT woman fighter status yet. That's not the case. But that being said, she was a heavy-handed hitter. She bit down on her mouthpiece. She threw mean hooks. She didn't shy away from danger. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say about her. She just was a brawler. She's got a bright future ahead of her at 9-0. I don't see what is next because I don't know her current ranking. It's not listed, but I have to imagine UFC is going to throw her a bone. The next fight we had after that, I'm going to butcher these names. Please bear with me. But we had a first-round submission. Joe Anderson Brito. It doesn't even say what the submission was, but 2 minutes and 2 seconds into round one, he submits Lucas Alexander. I'm not too familiar with either of these fighters. If I'm being entirely honest, I wasn't that aware of the fighters on this card going into it, so I didn't really pay the closest attention. I was loosely watching. I was kind of paying attention when I heard like the announcers yelling from a finish. So that one I kind of snoozed on. Following that bout, we had a middleweight. It was Nick Maximov versus Jacob Malkoun. And Jacob Malkoun wins via decision. 3-round fight.
Sorry about that.
It's all good, brother.
Yeah, I didn't expect Malkoun to win.
Okay, so
I said last week.
One thing that I had mentioned while you were away.
Well, I'm not supposed to, but
so I'm going to backtrack and then we'll go back to the Malkoun fight. But when I was watching the Piera Rodriguez fight, I was saying, and I just mentioned this prior, I thought she both physically resembled like her look and her fighting style to like a very like raw Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
She was throwing heavy hooks, biting down on her mouthpiece, kind of going into those firefights, just trying to like, I'm going to get the better of you. And she's 9-0, so
Aggression.
like, who knows what the UFC is going to throw her next, but at 9-0, that's a little bit of momentum to work with. So her negotiation for her next bout's probably going to be top 15 maybe. Big maybe. It just depends on what her fight management wants for her, as well as what the UFC is offering and where they meet. But I think
Bright future.
at 9-0, sky's the limit. You're gonna ride that wave until you lose or whatever, until you get a fight that's just gonna give you a fucking fight of the night bonus. Because let's face it, that's what all fighters are itching to get.
Right.
But
they need that shit, honestly.
I talked about briefly because I mentioned I didn't really watch these bouts, but the Joe Anderson Brito versus Lucas Alexander, didn't really watch that fight. He won in round 1, 2 minutes 2 seconds. Nick Maximov, like we were just saying, lost to Jacob Malkoun.
Decision.
Yeah.
Remember that one.
And then the last preliminary bout was Mana Martinez, another decision, versus Brandon Davis.
Yep. Brandon Davis, a 14-10 now.
And then once we get on to the main card, we had two banger fights that were temporarily canceled. So first one was Oskarov versus Brandon Royval. Shout out Royval.
I said that at the beginning of this segment, man.
One of Jacoby's
Royval.
training partners,
Yeah.
teammates. And then I didn't even know this bout was planned and or canceled, but Neil Magny versus fucking D-Rod.
Yep.
I didn't even know that was a scheduled bout, but that makes sense
So
because
I think it's postponed.
D-Rod getting
later.
after the whole D-Rod having to fight, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Asian homie.
Li Jingliang.
Yeah, thank you. Forgive me. He after fighting him, they both took like no damage, so I get the quick turnaround and getting a fight offer right away, as well as Kevin Holland's fighting Wonder Boy. Like I get it, but canceled. Excuse me. Those would have hands down. Both of those fights would have been my most anticipated fights on this card. Fortunately, we lost those.
Yep.
Going to light heavyweight, and then fucking Alonzo Menefield getting it done in 98 seconds.
That was a scary knockout.
98 seconds.
Serkinov is not.
It's not on
Is
that.
not.
Menefield's scary.
I don't think he's going to be in the UFC anymore. I think Serkinov's gone.
Yeah, it sounds
4
like he's
straight losses.
He's just eating. He's a journeyman
I
at
think
this
he's got
point.
knocked out 3 out of 4 fights.
Poor guy.
With 4 losses.
Hey, welcome to the UFC. Here's your
Welcome to the
CTE.
UFC. Yeah. Alonzo Menefield's not the man to fuck. Like, that guy is terrifying. That's a terrifying man.
That man cuts a decent amount of weight to make 205.
It has to.
He's probably cutting
huge.
north of 15 plus pounds.
Dude's gigantic.
Probably more than that.
Fucking terrifying.
So then,
He's like a mini Alistair Overeem.
so moving on, it was really nice to see Rafael Assunção get a dub. Rafael Assunção,
He needed it. It was a decision win.
until this dub, the last thing that he was in the zeitgeist of MMA was just when fucking Cody Garbrandt grabbed the cage, baptized. That was the last time I think
That's the last time I remembered him.
He's fought and lost since then, ironically, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he needed this
But
fight really
that
bad.
was like, it was good seeing it. I thought he was going to retire at the end of the fight because he was just getting real sentimental-ish, but like he didn't.
I mean, he's been in it for a while.
He's in his 40s, man.
Yeah.
Like, it
That's
is
a
what it
long
is, bro.
fucking
You were
time, bro.
28-9. Like, I don't think you have what's left in the tank for a title run because
just the level.
The path
The
to the
level
title
of
is people
game.
who have either beaten you or it's all fucking like there's no walk in this
Just the
park.
game has passed him by, I think.
it just
and
is-
honestly, I guarantee him hearing that, like if he fucking heard us saying that, he'd be like, "Fuck you guys." But still,
it sucks to say that. I know
there's a lot. It's deep. He's in a deep ass fucking division.
he beat Victor Henry for the record. I didn't mention his opponent. Forgive me, but it was a decision. Went all 3 rounds. Where I was really proud to see him get a dub. Was really anticipating him retiring, not because I think he needs to, but it is what it is. I mean, you sign up for it. I can't knock it. But moving on, this is honestly a fight I was really excited about. Jordan Wright versus Dusko Todorovic. Sorry, middleweight. It ended at TK round in the TKO second round. This fight, the whole first round, Jordan Wright emptied the fucking gas tank, tried his hardest, and he looked like if you had fucking Herb Dean in
Did
that
the damn
bitch. I
thing,
don't know if
man.
he was the actual ref or not. Forgive me if he was. that could have been an Herb Dean stoppage type shit. Like he was just the dude was intelligently
Teeing
defending
off.
himself, but he was just eating them.
Yeah.
Fucking eating them. Like, man, I got to get woken up. And then he was so tired. And then the second round, he just got fed with a bunch of body shots. And it wasn't body shots that were, he had nothing left. And that shit just, it adds up. And he just
Fucking
became
A,
too
does it add up.
vulnerable, kept eating, and eventually got like dropped and TKO'd. It was what it was. It was a good, quick little fight. It ended 3 minutes, 12 seconds in the second round.
Nice.
Dusko Todorovic, winner, TKO. Moving on, co-main, we already kind of humored this. Jonathan Martinez versus Cub Swanson.
Dude, those leg.
TKO.
I mean, what do we have to say other than mad leg kicks?
So Cub Swanson was making his bantamweight
debut.
So he's always fought higher than that at featherweight.
Yeah.
So 145. And this was the reason this was a big deal is because this is the first time he went down in weight, and he was really he was hesitating doing it. But when he went to this doctor that was like a nutritionist, where he's trying to gauge like how healthy he could cut weight, to what position
Essentially
could he,
the PI.
yeah, how can I cut, or how much weight can I cut and still not compromise my shit, allegedly. So they told him like, oh, well, some of your teammates have an even unhealthier weight cut than you would to make bantamweight, and they do that on their career. That's their established fight weight. So you're more than capable. You wouldn't really be too compromised. So he figured, I've always been faster than all these featherweights. I don't know if because when you go down in weight, speed goes up. It's a causal. It's like a relationship. Like when weight goes down, speed goes up. It is what it is. You can move the limbs faster. So he figured his speed would translate, and speed had nothing to do with it, my guy. There's no amount of leg kick check training that you can do that's ever going to make your shins prepared for that shin on shin impact. Sure,
That last one, he was like flailing on the ground, bro.
if you check a leg kick properly, it hurts the person throwing it a lot, but it still hurts you.
Still fucking hurts.
It still hurts you a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like a foolproof tech. So that being said, that was devastating. Fucking, and like all that being said,
That
Jonathan
still ain't
Martinez,
walking.
he trains with Jacoby. Jacoby has to deal with these fucking leg kicks.
Jacoby has to deal with these leg kicks, dude.
Big dog. Oh my god.
yeah.
Do you get this in the gym all the time?
I would hate to be Jacoby's
That's-
legs, dude.
I'd be like, dude,
dealing with Jonathan Martinez,
I'm like,
bro.
if I'm Jacoby, I'm like, yo, if you kick my leg one more fucking time,
Dog.
I'm gonna Michael Chandler Benson Henderson suplex your ass. Like,
Oh my
assuming
God, bro.
that it goes down like that in their sparring, but nah.
That's what I would do if I was Jacoby, bro. I'd fucking tie him up, bro.
I would not let him create
I would-
distance
yeah,
for
I know,
any reason.
bro. Ain't striking.
Any reason.
I ain't striking with you. That's what I would be like. I'd be like, I'm not striking with you, bro.
Get near me or
Fucking
get
legs
away
all
from me,
fucked
bro.
up, walking all fucked up like a
Fuck
penguin.
that. I feel bad.
I'm
That
out.
being said, what's next for Cub Swanson? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
in a
like
tough spot.
I feel like all that's left in his career, depending on, I don't know where his fight. I don't even know if he has another
If
fight.
I was him, I would dip out the UFC and make some money fights happen, some
Like-
prize fights, and then just dip out in the subset.
True.
sunset.
I mean, yeah, go get you a fucking Jake Paul card bout,
Yeah,
and go
yeah.
live it. But that being
Go
said,
beat up some YouTuber, dude.
that being said, I don't know how many bouts could be on
Is that
his contract.
disrespectful to say?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying, go get your money, dog.
That's what Nate's doing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's being disrespected to do what Nate Diaz is like finna do.
true. It would be cool to see Cub Swanson. Like, yeah.
Dude,
What would you do, Cub Swanson, BKFC?
I'd be scared for him.
I would be scared for him, too.
That's just. Do I think he can hang? I
No.
think when you have these super good UFC turned BKFC fighters, I think they have the overall fight pedigree like advantage because they're like, I feel like they've had better adversity in the UFC. They've had better everything in the UFC. I think I don't think there's very many BKFC fighters who can walk into the UFC and have a good run. There's some that probably could, and some that are former UFC that could go back and do it. But I think that it's good because it's like you're the best athlete in the room, but everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face, dog. And bare knuckle is bare knuckle. That's gritty. I don't wish bare knuckle upon any fighter that I care about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy.
shit's rough.
I'm happy when they go do it. Like Greg Hardy, he was in a pickle in his UFC contract, so he goes to be at KFC. If I'm not mistaken, he's already won or he's got a bout, whatever. Ben Rothwell, same thing. I'm real happy for these dudes because I don't want their careers to end on terms out of their hands. I want them to go out on their own terms. But, bruh, like, that's just nerve-wracking to me. You're just asking to fuck your face up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, BKFC is blood sport.
Well, since we're talking combat sports, how about Dana White starting his new slap fighting thing, huh?
I don't know.
And actually, before
Throw
me this back. And
I don't know
actually,
how I feel about
before
that.
we touch on that, let's talk about Alexa Grasso.
Yeah, let's give her justice. Like I said, so They thought, a lot of UFC analysts and a lot of people thought, if she can go out there and get this dub in impressive fashion, in marketable fashion, give us a little baby highlight reel for our pay-per-view, she's getting a title shot. That was what everyone thought. That's what everyone considered. That's what everyone wanted. She won in a not so entertaining bout. It is what it is.
I mean, sometimes dominance isn't the most
It isn't pretty. Yeah, it's not always pretty. But she won, which is the important part. So her trajectory has not necessarily changed, but it seems as though that the UFC is not going to give her a title shot now. It seems as though they're going to give her if I had to imagine, it would be a marketed title eliminated bout. This one was silently that, because it's like, hey, like, bitch, if you win and like it's cool, like you do a good job, title. But now we have to back into the corner of winning solves everything, to where she can't be denied. So I don't know what her fight team's thinking. I don't know what UFC's thinking. She might get the title shot, and we might not have much to think about. You know what I'm saying? They might just give it to her.
You never know.
If they don't have someone,
I wouldn't doubt it.
If they don't have a contender that they don't think they can market, or they don't think will say yes, they're gonna call somebody. You know, it happens.
They're gonna call somebody,
and I don't mean it like she's.
We'll see what happens.
She's deserving of a title shot, but it's just they want performances, and that wasn't exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, not exactly what they wanted. I do have something that we do want, though. Or honestly, no. Let me change the segue. I do have something that we probably don't want too.
Let's get it.
Dana White's slap fighting competition.
Yeah, I don't know how I fucking feel about that.
My thing is like, you can't advocate for CTE no more. Like, yeah, you can't.
This is just diet CTE.
It's fucking CT extra, dude.
It's the ones where they just stand there and they take turns slapping until someone sleeps.
Bro. Like because the thing is, like, MMA and boxing and combat sports, you credit yourself on having really good defense and not being touched. I mean, Mayweather made a career off of it, right? There's no defense in this. You're just taking fucking shots to the dome piece. Freestanding, dude. That's CT Central, bro.
I can't speak on it as to why he would do this. It is what it is.
Yikes.
I mean, you're probably gonna squeeze in like some old veteran fighter, or like some veteran like WWE. Like, imagine you can't tell me you wouldn't tune into a slap boxing with fucking The Big Show.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
I'd be there.
That'd be
you watch homie do his Shrek hand wind up with the powder,
or even like how fucked up would Dana be if he starts putting in like not Dos Anjos, fucking like Dan Henderson versus fucking Junior Dos Santos.
No, you know
in the slap fight, you like people that have already been in the UFC and established themselves. Now they're just giving each other CTE.
First person that I thought of when you said this, the first like UFC turned slap boxer that I thought of.
Oh my god!
The very first one I thought of, fucking
Ben Rothwell,
Big Country.
Oh,
Roy
fuck.
Nelson.
Oh, fuck.
Imagine
taking a gun.
Roy Nelson, that boy his traps are big because they support his fucking belly. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
That dude he barely ever got dropped.
Slap fighting, I'm out.
I
don't think it's going to last.
This seems like some rough and rowdy niche shit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to last. But they said this about UFC when it first started.
Maybe, I don't know. If I'm Dana, I would have been a little bit more enthusiastic, as corny as it sounds, if he would have fucking started his own boxing something. Why?
Really?
Because we could have got some boxing bouts. Maybe. But I know he doesn't want to sustain a new thing. He doesn't want to have...
Slap fighting's easy. You just come here and slap each other.
And yeah, I don't think slap fighting...
It's easy.
I don't think any of the pay of the slap fighting is going to ever entice UFC fighters to be like, well, I'm switching careers.
What would you do if the slap fighters start making more money? What would you do? Oh man!
I don't know.
Oh man!
It'd be hard for me not to start rooting for like Bellator at that point.
Yeah, dog. That'd be so fucked up.
UFC, bro.
Yeah, that'd be so.
How was Sean O'Malley fighting Piotr Jan and fucking? You got this trucker you pulled off somewhere out of Indiana who just won't sleep because he's still high off of fucking dick pills from the 80s.
And he's slapping a guy that gets too thick to train, so he's in slap fighting.
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah, like he's too thick to train. He can't fucking... Yeah, oh man.
Now, if Dana competes in it, I'd be pretty enthused.
Damn. You want him to get slapped?
Winding up against like Dana versus Tito. Ooh, that just... I'm not trying to tangent. Just remembered. Did you hear that they announced that there's a rematch between Tito and Chael Sonnen? And the rematch
what?
It's this like first one of
In like underground jiu-jitsu?
No, if I'm not mistaken,
a fight?
It's supposed to be about a fight.
An MMA fight?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's an MMA fight, but it's on like a card where it's like one. It's like, you remember when Oscar
It switches out
Remember
and-
Oscar De La
yeah.
Hoya did that one event where it was Tito versus fucking Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Something like that, but not Oscar De La Hoya. It's gonna be like a 1-of-1 promotional deal, if I'm not mistaken. I was
your money, whatever,
reading
dude.
about it, but like, I'm down. They hate each other.
Do it, dude. Do it.
Chael is.
I think Chael wins the fight.
I mean, Chael lost the last time they fought in Bellator.
Yeah, but Tito got slept by fucking Anderson, dude.
Yeah, Andy put those hands on Tito.
He put those, dude. He fucked Tito up. He fucked Tito up.
Head bounced off the rope
Yeah,
shit.
dog.
$1 million baby shit.
Tito got fucked up.
Who knows? But I'm all for it. I'm all fucking for it. After Chael's slowly but surely beating those battery cases when those dudes talk shit to his lady in Vegas.
Yeah, I got Chael.
Chael is one of the most American men on the planet. He's a fucking street champ through and through. The American gangster. Him and Nick Diaz invented fucking talking shit for an MMA fight. It's not even close.
Ugh, not even fucking close.
Another fight that got announced today. I forgot the date. I think it might be like March. No cap. Leon versus fucking Marty 3
Oh, fuck.
in
dude.
London.
Yeah. Who takes it? Ugh.
I mean,
I think Kamaru gets it back.
I will never
I'll
ever
put money on Kamaru.
ever bet against Usman.
I'll put
Was
money on
winning
Kamaru.
every second. He lost the first round.
Lost the first round.
He was winning that fight until that shin just grazed across his face.
Yeah, I think Usman does it again. I don't think that happens again.
Yeah, I think Usman takes his ass.
And I like
Edwards.
I like Edwards a lot, man. But
Yeah, Leon's a
Usman's
beast.
just in his prime. He's too.
Eating a head kick says nothing about you as a fighter.
Yeah.
Like when DC lost to John Jones,
his chin, but it didn't even hit him in the chin. Like,
Hit him in the
it's
fucking
forehead.
dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like getting hit in the face with a bat.
Like when DC lost to John Jones, and then it turned out because the head kick, and then it turned out John Jones technically tested positive, whatever the circumstance was. DC went back, fought for the title, and didn't lose. Like barely lost a round the entire absence. That's a steady reminder that like the greatest of all time can eat a shin and get knocked the fuck out, and that says nothing about who they are as a fighter. Their ceiling did not go down a notch. I don't care who you are, you eat a fucking head kick. That's the most devastating single strike you can throw.
That motherfucker devastating, bro.
So Usman's prime, pound for pound shit, like everything does not sway a single like octave in my mind. I think he just ate the one strike he couldn't.
And that is I'm glad that you told me that. That's a good fight announcement.
And in London,
I'm looking forward to it. It's in London.
The London
Do you know
crowd
a date?
Let me check on my phone. I want to say it was March, if I'm not mistaken. Like a hot minute.
March. Okay. Yeah. That seems right. That seems right. And honestly, we're going a little. So I'm gonna start while you're looking for that. I'm gonna read off some of these prelim cards
For this
or
weekend?
These prelim fights for this weekend for UFC 280. And as you're watching it, we're talking this weekend. First fight on the card, man. And again, guys, this is an early card. This is a very early card.
Abu Dhabi
so honestly,
times.
we should probably fuck. Now that I think about it, we're gonna try and drop this episode early before like 6 a.m.
I'm down.
because it's an early fucking card. The prelims start at 8 a.m. Saturday, and the main card starts at 12 p.m. So, yeah, early card. We're gonna, as you're watching. I mean, when you guys are watching this, you guys have a few hours till the fights. So, let me read these off for you. Carol Rosa taking on Lena Landsberg in the bantamweight division. We have Mohamed Mokaev 8-0 taking on Malcolm Gordon flyweight. I mean, Mokaev is like a minus 1,000 right now. Mm-hmm. So I would probably either pick up Mokaev under 1.5. I mean, I would do honestly just he's like minus 1,000. It's hard. Maybe Mohamed Mokaev via double chance victory. Parlay that up or something, or this fight parlay up to not go the distance. it's definitely not going the distance. One Malcolm Gordon, 14-5, and then Mohammed Mohamed, undefeated, 8-0. Right after that, we have Armin Petrosian taking on AJ Dobson in the middleweight division. Right after that, we have Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov taking on Jadzi Omar Gadzev. We have one Nurmagomedov, 16-3, and we have Gadzi sitting at 13-1. I got Nurmagomedov in that one, if you ask me. Right after that, we have a featherweight bout. Zubaira Tukogov taking on Lucas Almeida. I actually don't know. I don't have a pick in that one. I do know Lucas Almeida. I'm pretty sure I have seen Zubaira fight, or Zubaira. But yeah. Right after that, man. Now we're starting to get into the stacked for all you casuals out there. Volkan Oezdemir taking on Nikita Krylov. You guys do not want to miss this fight. This fight is definitely not going to go the distance. I would honestly put some money on this to go under 2.5, maybe under 1.5. I would probably make it safe with 2.5 because you never know with these guys. But honestly, yeah, I don't see it. Krylov is a finisher, dude. Krylov is a finisher. So is Oezdemir. But I would put my money on Krylov if I was picking one of the two. Muhammad Muradov taking on Kai Baralho. Kai is an active guy, man. He likes fighting. But we got a Muradov sitting at 25-7. I don't really know who to go for this one. This is a middleweight bout. I kind of want to look into the lines. I'm not going to do it right now, but I would look for that fight to not go the distance. But actually, I could kind of see it going to the distance. We see Kai doing it. Right after that, we have a welterweight belt. Bilal Muhammad taking on Sean Brady.
Bro,
that's like the prelim. That's why it's the feature prelim.
That fight, that is
15-0.
That's a UFC fight night main event right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's how good this fucking card
is. It is, dude. Muhammad versus Sean Brady.
That, both of them, I think, literally are coming off of UFC fight night main event victories.
I think so, dude. My thing is, oh man,
and Brady
who wins?
So
who
like
wins?
the thing about this is no one wants to touch Bilal because Bilal just keeps winning.
He's a grind dude. He's like a grind. He's like Khabib.
He's a dude who basically deserves a title shot in the scenario he's in because he had that weird whatever with Edwards. But besides that, he's just like floating under the title reigns. And that being said,
right there,
Sean Brady is just this dude who just keeps winning too. That's like, and he's making it ugly. So it's like these are two fighters that no one wants to fight, who have nothing, who are a victim of their own success, and they have to fight each other. So like this has title eliminator. I don't think the winner of this gets the title shot, but the winner of this is got such a trajectory.
In a good spot. Yeah.
And if Bilal wins, I think he's in a position, especially if he wins in a good fashion, where he can call out the title shot and say like, I think I deserve to wait, and I wouldn't be mad at him. Mm-hmm. Does he want to? I don't know this, oh my god, this fight is a fan fight of the night written all over it.
Fight of the night, and honestly, I can see it going all 5 rounds, but then I can see it being finished. So
I think it's just 3 because of the prelim.
Or all 3 rounds, excuse me.
That being said, same.
I
I don't see either of them getting TKO'd. I see it just being
honestly
greedy.
I would put my money on over. If you want to be risky, over 2.5, or the over 1.5. Maybe parlay up a over 1.5 on that.
Yeah,
that would be a good parlay up because I know Bilal can last 2 rounds. I know Bilal can last 2 rounds, even if it's against a 15-0 Sean Brady. It's Bilal Muhammad, right? I mean, we're on main card shit now. Caitlin Chukagian taking on Manon Flora. I got Chukagian.
Yeah, she's a beast.
I got Chukagian by decision or submission, one of the two. I do not see her losing to Manon Farrow. Is it Farrow or Fiorot? I think it's Farrow. I think it's Manon Farrow. Sitting at 9-1, Caitlin Chukagian 18-4. Just wow, killing it, and she's coming off a win as well, the dominant win. Right after that, we have Beneil Dariush taking on Mateusz Gamrot.
Dude, this is another fight where I'm like, this could have been a fight night main event.
Yeah, easily. I don't know who I got.
Dariush, after he fucking big brother Tony Ferguson has been in. Every fight he's had since that, which like he's had fights fall out, cancellations and everything. I really feel for him. So, but Gamrot, is no fucking chump.
No joke.
And he has so much momentum.
One loss, 21-1.
This is another one of those scenarios where it's just like, these are two dudes that no one wanted to fight, so now they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
Goddamn,
It's
like
crazy.
Dariush is a title challenger written all over him.
He is.
And this is either Dariush's confirmed or what am I trying to say? It's either we're gonna feel conferred in Dariush and knowing that he's the title challenger that we all saw him as if he wins, or Gamrot's coming out party, and we're like, this is Gamrot's title contention party. Like this, you can't convince me that the winner of this fight isn't getting a title shot unless it's a snooze fest.
Definitely pick up an over
And
1.5.
it's lightweight.
Over 2.5 on this. What?
Or sorry, it's lightweight.
lightweight.
So like Chandler is about to fight fucking Poitier, so that's got big title ramifications. But like, if this fight has a more entertaining winner, that's all Dana White needs to see.
Right.
So this has total title ramifications written on it, all over it. Dariush wins this, he's undeniably next title contender. If not the winner of Poitier
Especially
Chandler.
Gamrot.
But
Gamrot's good,
But
man.
Poitier Chandler's a
Good,
regurgitation. Like, it just all comes down to who produces the most entertaining bout, and that's who we're getting. The reason Islam Makhachev got the bout is because that dude's unfucking deniable. Winning solves everything, and that boy don't lose, so we're gonna see it.
You don't lose, man.
Moving on.
Moving on
So excited for this fucking card, man.
to another person that doesn't lose. Sean O'Malley taking on Petr Yan.
Another fight night main event worthy fucking bout. That in the old UFC days, bro, but the pre ESPN era, the pre pay-per-view model that we have now, when they didn't feel like they needed a fucking belt to have a pay-per-view, that's a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Easy.
That is
easy.
and then again,
Take my money.
Again,
I was excited as soon as they announced it.
Petr Yan wins. It doesn't necessarily do much for him because he's taking a lower ranked dude unless he wins.
This is a giant step up for Sean.
But if O'Malley wins, it's Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Give him the title shot. Take my fucking money.
Yeah.
If he big brothers this dude, like he wins all of his fights, just distance him and just feeds him. Dude, O'Malley
I
is
don't see it happening though.
the closest.
It's
I think
scary.
the closest thing I think
Yan.
we've ever seen
Petr Yan.
to the McGregor hype
Yeah.
is one Patty Pimblett.
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett hype, no offense, over O'Malley hype, but O'Malley is our closest American equivalent we've ever seen.
Yep.
Patty's got all of the United Kingdom on his back. Fucking, we got O'Malley with the entire United States on his back.
Shout out O'Malley. He has to do this, bro. Well, he doesn't have to. Honestly, if he loses, he'll be fine. But like,
O'Malley either wins in under 2 rounds, or that fight goes the distance. Those are the only two ways that fight goes. It's
so
either
that was it. That's I would. The only bet I'm willing to take for Sean O'Malley is a Sean O'Malley knockout.
Yeah,
he's
under 2.5.
He ain't winning a submission. He's not going to submit. If he submits Petr Yan, that would be the craziest
only way
shit.
he submits Petr Yan is in some weird spectacle where he drops him, takes his back, and then he
just
takes,
does it.
Just
Yeah.
takes what's given to him.
Yeah.
I don't see O'Malley taking him down at all. I see him.
I wouldn't
avoiding
even-
But think about it. If O'Malley's fight
Wouldn't even risk
strategy,
it.
if I'm O'Malley and my fight strategy is pure, I'm gonna be lengthy as fuck because O'Malley's way taller, way bigger
taller.
man. So he's punching down. He's the bigger man. If he just makes distance, moves sideways, makes distance, doesn't let him touch him. It's like, don't let him get near you if he tries to back him up against the cage.
This is the hardest man to do
Sidestep.
that against, too. This is
Oh,
the
I know.
hardest dude in the division to do that
Petr
against.
Yan is going to be on him.
The hardest.
But if there's anything we can learn from Petr Yan and his loss to Aljo, which wasn't that much to learn, other than Aljo was just a superior grappler and just grappled him for like almost 2 rounds. If there's anything we can learn from that is O'Malley has to take advantage of the gifts that he has. He hits harder, he hits longer. That's all we have. So I don't know. I see either Petr Yan just fucking smothering his ass into the canvas and like just big brothering
Smashing him.
or I see O'Malley big brothering Petr with strikes.
I can see it, man. I can
Leg
see
kicks.
it. All I got to say is Petr better not underestimate this guy.
No,
this
Petr-
is not the guy to underestimate. And Sean is drilling his wrestling and grappling. You're stupid if you don't think that.
I would bet, honestly, if this is even a prop bet that you can make, forgive me if you can't, I would bet first strike of the bout, Petr Yan leg kick. He's going to throw a leg kick.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because everyone thinks O'Malley has soft ankles because of the Chito Vera fight.
Yep.
Not to fucking acknowledge Chito Vera has some of the nastiest kicks in the division, hands down. And his legs are longer than Luke Rockhold's. Like, the fuck? But
I'm so excited for these fights.
this card has so much potential.
I'm going to be buzzing watching Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley. I'm going to be
at like fucking
Busted.
10 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, 12. It's going to be like more around 1 o'clock,
Regardless.
2 o'clock. Regardless, right after that, we have a title fight for the co-main. Aljamain Sterling taking on TJ Dillashaw.
Dude,
Tough fight for, honestly, both men.
is it just me or is it because of all these other banger fights that I have not seen a lick of marketing for that fight? At all.
No.
I've seen
I haven't
Aljo
either.
holding his title a couple of times. No shit talking. No Dillashaw hype. No nothing. And like, again, that's a fucking pay-per-view that I would pay for.
They don't even need to pay for advertising for this fucking pay-per-view, though. Like
You're right. But like, no cap. Like, I
All
forgot
the
that
diehards
bout was
will
on
buy
that
it.
card. I forgot.
Yeah.
Not because it's a
right.
forgettable bout. That's a bonkers bout. But because they haven't advertised it
Mm-hmm.
at all.
TJ hasn't fought in a long time, too.
And you notice,
He's only fought twice in like 3 years.
think about if this would have happened. So you had Piotr Jan, O'Malley, and then you had TJ versus fucking Aljo, same card. They've been doing that for the fallout potential. In case someone falls out, they can book someone who's already scheduled to make weight that night. You know what I'm saying? So if we would have had a fucking mix up like we just had, they would have gave Jan his rematch, or maybe they would have gave Sean the fucking bout on some like sly shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I would have been all for. I don't think he would have. I think Aljo beats O'Malley on the ground, but that's it.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is like Aljo will get him to the ground though. Mm-hmm. He would. You know. That's what a big question for this fight is. TJ and Sterling. Now, if TJ stays on the feet, TJ's fight. But if Aljo gets him down, and TJ can't get back up, it's a wrap.
So again, MMA math doesn't work in real life. You can't say if he beats
Yeah, it
him,
never
it's not
does.
rock paper scissors. That's not how this works. But that being said, if you look at Sanhagen versus TJ, granted that's TJ's first fight coming back from fucking steroids or whatever. So it's his first bout back, 5-round bout. He was his only bout since he's been back. He looked
and we're talking about a streamlined Sandhagen. Too. A streamlined Sandhagen.
still prime Sanhagen. So again, MMA math
Not even before his prime.
MMA math does not work. So I'm not going to pretend like it does, but I'm going to humor it today. So Sanhagen, TJ, 5-round decision. TJ takes the dub. Some say it was back and forth. A lot of us agree that TJ won that, but there were
some people saying that Corey won.
Some people. That's what I'm saying. It was in the potential headspace of a debatable.
It was
outcome.
hard, it was a hard to judge.
Debatable outcome, but TJ wins versus 5 rounds with Sanhagen.
was hard to
Takes him
judge.
25 minutes. He eats all 25
Close
minutes.
fight. It was a close fight.
Aljo versus Sanhagen, if you recall, was like a 48-second fucking immediately took his back triangle, or fucking leg triangle, rear naked choke.
easy.
One like wham bam, thank you ma'am, how dare you.
Yeah.
So like
Good night.
the level of grappler that Aljo is above Sanhagen that night was so many leagues ahead of Sanhagen that he got him out of there in like less than 2 minutes. TJ, the level of grappler of TJ against Sanhagen, the improved Sanhagen post that lost bout, so he had time to reflect and focus on that. TJ, it took him 25 minutes, and I'm not comparing TJ's grappling to Aljo's grappling because you said on the feet TJ's that guy. We all know this, but I don't think TJ and current, like if TJ was fighting Piotr Jan and that was the title bout and Piotr Jan beat Aljo and that's what we were looking at, I would bet that Piotr Jan wins that fight. And Piotr Jan, just on
I would
grappling
too.
athleticism alone, got beat by Aljo legitimately, very questionably, but legitimately. So I just look at that. I'm just going to play.
Dominated him.
I'm just playing MMA math, and I think Aljo is such a superior athlete. He has all the tools to win this. But when push comes to shove, TJ will bite down. He'll eat some punches. He'll throw some punches, and he's a dog, bro. I think if TJ wins, I'm not shocked. If Aljo wins, I'm not shocked.
The question is, can TJ stand up? Can TJ get back up?
Can he get back up?
or can he stay up?
Can Aljo get him down?
Yeah,
And
that's the
win or
question.
if he does, can TJ get back up? That's going to
Yeah.
be the story of this fight. Aljo could take him down
Can
and
he get back up?
Aljo could win this fight in less than 2 minutes, similar to the Sanhagen bout, or Aljo could go.
wouldn't doubt he does,
He could
too.
go 25 minutes and lose fucking 3 rounds questionably. There's no in between with Aljo.
No in between, but one thing that is in between is the title between these two motherfuckers right here, Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev.
Okay, so it's the vacant title that really we all know belongs to Oliveira. If Oliveira wins this bout, he will have defeated and assuming he finishes, of course, but let's assume he does.
He has a lot of finishes.
Assuming he finishes him, he will at that point have finished guys ranked 1 through 5 in the division he's a champion of.
That's so crazy.
We have
That's crazy.
He's scraping that air. Like, sure, a Chandler rematch makes sense. Like, he gets dropped, so he has like.
But he's a dog.
But not only that, this is his first bout, if I'm not mistaken, where he got his eyes fixed. He ain't seeing triple.
Oh shit,
So,
boy!
one of two things is happening.
You better watch out, Islam. You stupid.
This boy is either eating no punches, and it's just gonna be great to watch, and we're gonna really see what his vision was costing him. Or we might learn that vision was a gift and a curse.
Yeah. You needed that shit.
So who knows?
Man,
but
that would
like,
suck.
there's so much riding on this fight. Like,
This is another thing. Can Charles stay up or get back up?
I think Oliveira.
Honestly, he's dangerous on his back.
Oliveira-
so Islam better be fucking careful.
I think Oliveira is the underdog on the betting odds, but Oliveira has been
He
the
is.
underdog in every title bout he's ever been in.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
But like, I don't. Okay,
I
so
want him to win.
I want him to too, but no disrespect to Islam. I think Islam's a dog. I just think the UFC is, out of respect to
Charles-
Khabib, is forcing him down our throats, and he keeps winning.
Charles has fought way better competition than Islam.
Yeah, Islam.
The only dude that Islam has fought of note is Drew Dober. That's it.
So, and no disrespect.
And no disrespect.
I
but
just think that the UFC realized that Khabib, whether it had anything to do with Conor or not, was the most marketable fighter that they've ever had since Conor, and they want that energy back. And they have the next best thing. But like, I don't think Khabib will ever allow this to happen. But if I can dream that fucking he claimed in an interview that he would unretire if a contender enticed him, and if Oliveira fucks up Makhachev,
Takes his boy out.
his boy, and just has beaten all these other dudes that like Khabib either literally beat or wanted the rematch. Like, if Khabib came out of retirement versus Charles Oliveira and they did that fight in fucking Brazil, that would probably be the biggest non-McGregor, non-Nate Diaz fight potentially ever.
ever.
It's hard to say. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Khabib's done. He's good.
I think he's too big. He's too big.
That boy
now.
has to be
He's
walking
way
around at
too
like
big.
195 pounds.
He's way too big.
That
now
boy
to be.
big.
He ain't losing that weight.
But it's all
Especially not training like for fighting. Like he's not losing that weight.
It's all good. But that being said, the outcome of this fight, man, it's got so much right on it. I don't think Oliveira will lose. I won't bet against Oliveira. But those Dagestani wrestlers, man, are cut from a cloth that it's like they have that survival quality training.
They're crazy, man. They're crazy.
You can't shock. The outcome of this bout will not shock me. But I'm riding for fucking homie. I'm
Let's
riding
go,
for Oliveira.
Charles. Yeah, I'm riding Oliveira too because honestly, like I've watched him fight for so long. Islam has not fought the competition he's fought a lot, but honestly, Islam is a dog. I would not be surprised if he finishes Oliveira via submission or just TKO, but via ground and pound. But I think Charles is gonna surprise Islam. I think he's gonna surprise him because Charles surprises everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. They think that they have him, and then he surprises them. That's why he's 33-8. Has some of the most finishes in the UFC. Is champion. I mean, in my eyes, is champion. Even though he missed by half a pound in his last title fight. But I mean, that is your UFC 280. You have a stacked card. Man, I hope you guys enjoy it. Like we're gonna be enjoying it here in a few hours.
And
so,
for those of you who don't have the money or the scenario to where you can get it together to watch these bouts, because it is a pay-per-view, if you have Amazon Prime, there's a simultaneous card from ONE FC.
boom.
The main event is a real barn burner. It's John Lineker versus Fabricio Andrade
Good
for
shit.
the Bantamweight World Championship. That's gonna be where I'm like, whether like that's gonna be a card or that's about, I'm gonna go back and watch no matter what. Co-main lightweight Muay Thai World Championship. So this is MMA but stand up only, which is what a lot of people really want to see. So for those of you who don't like ground fighting, ONE FC's got your back. Go check out their Muay Thai bouts. But it's their lightweight belt. It's Regian Earsell versus Sin Samut Klinmi, and I'm butchering your name for sure. You're from Thailand. And the Regian Earsell, it says Suriname. So forgive me. I know you guys are from an area, so I'm butchering your name. And then the only other bout worth mentioning on that I'm aware of is the main card bout, and it's the Lightweight Submission Grappling World Championship. ONE does grappling title bouts now. It's pretty cool. It's and I think this is inaugural because neither fighter has a belt photoed in their fighter photo, but it's Cade Rutolo versus Uali Kurzev, Kurzhev. Not familiar with either of these dudes, but it's definitely something worth checking out. Like I said, you got Amazon Prime. 10 a.m. is when this card says it's happening. I don't know if that accounts for the time zone that you're in. It's on their website, but worth looking at.
Check it out.
Peep game.
Peep it out. What do you say we build this parlay and get up out of here?
I'm down. And as a real quick mention, fucking shout out the Colorado Avalanche. They got their rings the other night.
That box was cool.
That box is that's the coolest ring box in sports that I've ever seen.
Dope.
For those who didn't
they had
check
like
it out,
little screens.
So they have these little LCD screens, and they waited, and everyone opened their ring box at the same time. At the same time, a video played, and that video shows the moment with the radio call, the second the Stanley Cup last game finished, and the Avalanche solidified their championship
with like a perfect song.
Fucking so cool. So that's fire. Opening night. So a tradition at Ball Arena. They did this even for the Nuggets Warriors playoff game. Is they will play All the Small Things by Blink-182, and the entire audience will sing along. It's fucking cool.
That's fire.
And for the opening night for the Avalanche, they played that song, and all the band members flew in just to be there for the sing along. So Blink was at Ball Arena. One of the players, I forget his name, who got traded to the opposing team that the Avalanche played opening night, he was the only dude on his bench when they did the ceremony, and then he was allowed to be on the ice when they did the ring or whatever. So he was on the opposing team, former Avalanche. They let him participate. Super fucking cool. And then secondly, shout out, obviously, the Golden State Warriors. Opening night was last night. They got their rings. They fucking beat the brakes off the Lakers. You already know. Curry dropped 33. I missed the game because I fell asleep, but the highlights were lit. NBA season's is about to be in full swing. Just started. Hockey season's in full swing. Just started. We got baseball going right now. Bonkers MMA fights. Football. It's getting hard to have enough time in these episodes to really fucking talk about all this.
It is. We just run out of time.
We're really fucking privileged right now.
Privileged, dude.
So this parlay,
much sports going down.
This parlay. I'm sticking to MMA this weekend.
I'm sticking to MMA too. I have mine if we want to go over it.
Hit me with yours, and I'm thinking about mine.
I am going to be picking up Nikita Krylov versus Volkan Ozdemir to not go the distance, minus 180. Minus 180 for that one.
I'm gonna do. I might
change that though. Let's see. What we're looking at.
I'm gonna do Piotr Jan versus O'Malley. This is a little riskier.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do under 2.5 on that one as well.
Oh shit!
Because I really think O'Malley's gonna fucking do it.
Under 2.5. That is a little bit risky. Let's see. Let's see what that's at.
I don't think that fight's going the distance.
Under 2.5 is plus 172. That is an underdog bet.
Is that too risky?
It's not too risky.
I'm not even saying who wins. I'm just saying under 2.5.
I'm surprised the books have that over 2.5.
True. I feel like this bout.
You know what I mean?
This bout has finish written all over it.
It does. It does. Why would it go 3? If Pewter can't get it done. So if Pewter can take him down, but then can't do anything from there, that's how this bet loses.
I think if Piotr takes him down, I think Piotr's strategy is gonna be try to do standing full guard and just ground and pound.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna try and ground and pound him.
I don't think he's wanna, because of the size difference. I don't think he's wanna engage in a true guard. I think he's gonna try to stand over him.
I think Sean O'Malley's hard to submit to.
He's just big.
He's long. He's a very long person for the division.
We haven't really seen O'Malley with a grappler who tried to just grapple to him and take it to him. Everyone, when they fight O'Malley, they just have that jitters, I really don't want to lose to this guy.
So true. All right, so we have our 2-leg parlay. My leg, Volkan Ozdemir versus Nikita Krylov will not go the distance. That's a minus 180. Then we had Dave here picking up Piotr Jan versus Sean O'Malley under 2.5 rounds. Plus 172. Our parlay comes up to plus 323 if you bet $5 on that. You get $16.16. If you bet $10 on that, you get $32.31, okay? That's a pretty good odd parlay right there. do not sleep on that. I am definitely going to put some money on that.
Yep.
Right now.
And everybody, you should just check out your betting apps. Look for those game day parlays or those game day bets, because sometimes they give you really lucrative deals, like no sweat bets, shit like that. When they haven't quite hit their assumed like quota for bet whatever, they typically will throw the non-bettors a bone. So worth taking note. These odds are definitely going to change come fight night. I can't wait to see when they walk out what those fucking odds are. And then, do we get a press conference? We had a press conference.
They had one today, a media day.
We had a canceled one for the backstage fight beef or whatever.
Got it.
And then we had a canceled one because Mark Zuckerberg. So
Come on, Zuck.
I want to see one, bro.
I like post-fight conferences a lot, man.
I like all of
post-fight
it. I like the shit talk. I like what they think that like. I like when they forecast the ending of the bout. I like when fighters who aren't even scheduled to fight each other talk shit. That's my favorite. Like,
That's his Favi.
you don't get that. You don't talk about my fucking mother, Michael Chiesa, Kevin Lee moment if you don't have a press conference. So
It's so true.
let us have these press conferences, my guy.
I think they should have more, if you ask me. I mean, is that too much to ask, maybe? That might be too much.
Yeah, I mean, just give us
Post and a pre's good.
let us get some more
Maybe not
back and
more than that.
forth.
All right, let's scroll through this. I want to just make sure we're not missing anything too important. You know what I mean? Too important. I'm not seeing much though, man. I'm just checking my news feeds
We
real
missed some-
quick, just
some
in case
boxing
I'm
bouts.
missing anything. Oh yeah,
Some boxing bouts did take place, like Caleb Plant fucking
Caleb Plant.
destroyed his opponent.
Wilder destroyed his opponent,
baptized his
oh my
opponent.
God. And then cried after.
Yeah, dude, it was
Imagine baptizing the opponent that you fight so bad that you cry after.
dude.
Like you fucked him up.
His career was on ice, low key, so he needed that. He needed that. Who knows what's next for all of them, but like it was an impressive couple of bouts. Like there was a lot going on. I saw a fucking Tommy Fury claims that all I hear is I'm coattailing KSI, but he claims he wants to do 2 bouts in one night.
Good luck.
Saw that recently.
Good luck.
But like Tommy, you're washed. No one wants to see you.
Good luck, Tom. Good luck. No one
Next
cares
week
anymore.
we'll preview fucking that Jake Paul card.
I was gonna say that's coming
We
up
got
real
our
quick.
show
That's coming up fast.
next
I know
week.
it's on the freaking show day.
Yeah, next week are we going to be doing a different showtime as well to account for the show? This pod.
We'll talk to Deryk about it more.
Cool.
So just stay
Be
tuned,
prepared.
guys. Be
Check
prepared.
your notifications, people.
Yeah, just be prepared. We've just been busy. So like today we're filming on a Wednesday. This is released on fight day. So some stuff ends up happening. We're all busy, but we're working hard. And never forget your sport champs. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode, and we appreciate you so much. Do not forget to put in your parlay. And I'd sell you tickets, but the concert already happened, y'all. So have a good night. Follow me everywhere. Hit the link tree below. At Rick G the Profit, like profit like money on Instagram. And shout yourself out. Dave, let's get out of here, man.
You already know David Meets World _ on Instagram. That's pretty much where I'm at. Again, I need to post more. I'm just kind of a social media ghost these days, but it is what it is.
He ghost.
Yup. Call me Casper, the friendly host.
Ooh.
But nah, it is what it is. You already know. Catch us at this show. Fucking buy tickets to your Kurt Cobain show. This will already have happened by the time y'all are seeing this, I'm sure.
I went Liddy.
Pull up. Fucking Halloween show. We got a lot going. Big
going
moves,
on.
power moves.
That's all we make, dude.
Brother, we're a network. Like we ready. We ready.